Hello friends, welcome to the Basics of Geography series. And this is our IS Conclave Institute, which provide you free as well as premium videos. And for those videos, please subscribe our YouTube channel IS Conclave. And this is our initiative Geography Incubation Series for Civil Services Examination. And this is especially for those students who lack command in their basics. So I am Rohit Mandan here to facilitate you so that you can strengthen, you can make your command on the basics of geography. Now, in this session, we will cover naming igneous rocks. Many students confuse about the variety of the igneous rocks. They more often confuse over means the differentiate between the rhyolite or granite because they have the same mineral composition, but how they are different, how geologists give name their differentiate by their names if they have the same mineral composition. So in this session, we will cover all these questions so that we can remove your confusion. Okay, now we will cover this through our questions. So give a classification of the igneous rock. So distinguish among the common igneous rock based on the texture and mineral composition. Basically the geologist hai, they classify igneous rock based on the texture and mineral composition. Why? Question is why? It is because texture. What texture signifies? Texture signifies and tells us the cooling history of rock. Okay. And mineral composition define the silica contents and other ionic compositions of the rock. Okay, now if you look at the you will understand this through an example of granite and rhyolite. Granite and rhyolite both have a felsic compositions, but why the geologists gave their name differently, granite and rhyolite? This is because of their texture. And texture means cooling history. That means they have a different cooling history. That means granite cools under a very high pressure and temperature conditions in the beneath the earth, but rhyolite cool and solidify at the surface conditions. So that's why they have a different textures. Means granite have a very coarse grain texture and rhyolite have a very fine grain textures, and that's why geologists gave different name to each. Now, igneous rock classification. This igneous rock classification is based on the composition. So, based on the composition, igneous rock can be classified under granitic rocks, andesitic rock, basaltic rock, and ultramafic rock. But further sub-classifications, I will rather say sub-classification. If I will do sub-classification of the granite rock, it will be based on the texture. It will be based on texture. You will understand this through our this diagram, this chart. So you will understand the chart. This is a chart of the igneous rock classifications, and in the this x-axis there is a mineral composition, and based on the mineral composition, rocks, igneous rock are classified granitic, andesitic, basaltic, and ultramafic. But if you look at this y-axis, so here texture. The texture determine the like just a pheneritic means very coarse grain, aphanitic means fine grain, porphyritic means when a large, very extremely large crystal embedded within the fine grain, and this is glassy when no crystal means it cools under extremely very extreme cooling take place there. Vesicular when there is cavities trapped within the rock, and this is pyroclastic when individual fragment consolidate and form the rock. So this is the textures. And granite rock, this granitic rock further classify under based on their texture like granite, rhyolite, granite porphyry, obsidian, pumice, tuff. So this is how texture determined. Like in andesitic, this is diorite, andesite, andesitic porphyry, gabbro in basaltic, basalt porphyry, scoria, and breccia. So this is how we can cover this classification, igneous rock classification. Now your doubt would be very clear. So in this next session, we will cover granitic, then we will cover andesitic, basaltic and ultramafic. And for those more those videos के लिए आप जो है हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और उसको शेयर कीजिए। थैंक यू गाइस।